So you're ready to bring home baby chicks. I'm going to give you a list of everything you need to have prepared before you even bring them home.
Here's our little chickens. They're so cute. Hi, guys.
So we're out here today at Homesteading with Blue Sky Ranch, and here's my chicken coop there behind me. But I wouldn't have been successful raising chickens if I hadn't have purchased these few things that you need to have when you bring your baby chickens home. It needs to be set up, ready for them to survive. So we're out here today in my workshop, and this is where I actually raise my chickens after a month. But I'm going to go through a whole list of everything you need to order right now before you bring your baby chickens home. You have to have it all set up. You can't just have a box. You have to have all these things to make sure that they have the perfect habitat to survive. So when you get your baby chicks, you're either going to get them from a local feed store, you're going to go in and you're going to pick them up and they're going to put them in a little live box, or you're going to order them through the mail. I have done it both ways. And what I suggest though is to have everything waiting for you and ready when you get home. You need to make it so they have a safe and happy habitat for them to survive. So I am going to list everything that I got on Amazon, and I had it waiting and ready for my baby chicks after I got them from a local farm. Now, I'm going to have a link below on everything that I purchased through Amazon. So you can go on there right now, whether you're going to get those baby chickens tomorrow or if you're going to get them in a month. Get these things now before they're sold out. Getting baby chickens this year is going to be crazy with the new information everyone's receiving about how the price of eggs is going up, the avian flu. You're going to want to get your baby chickens for your homestead, or if you know someone who's got bullets, of course, go buy those. But if you're going to get baby chickens, get prepared now. So the first thing you're going to want is a big tote box. Come up with something that can stay dry and not absorb all their poop. Now you do not want to use a cardboard box or wood. I do not suggest those things. This is a almost 4-foot tote box. And what we did here is we put this in our laundry room. After you have a tote box, make sure you are saving up some newspaper ads. You're going to want to line your tote box with newspaper. Make sure you're getting a big collection of newspaper because you're going to be changing this out daily. So just like this, you're going to want to line the bottom of it and a little bit up the sides with newspaper. The next thing that you're going to want to buy is cedar shavings. Now you don't want to use sawdust shavings because they will eat it and it is not part of their diet and it'll not be good for them. So make sure you're getting cedar or pine shavings are fine. Just make sure it's some type of shaving. Now the cedar shaving, it's going to make it so it doesn't smell. Baby chickens stink, so be prepared. So here I have some cedar shavings that are left over from when I had the baby chickens last year. So you're going to want to go ahead and sprinkle your shavings in the bottom of your tote box. This is going to give them some warmth. It's going to give them something to scratch at and do because as soon as they are born, they are scratching and pecking. The next thing you're going to need is a heat lamp. They have to be kept warm. You could buy a heating mat. Those are also available and they're very safe. The only thing about the mat is it is always going to be covered in poop. We used a heating lamp. It's got the clamp on the back. We were able to clamp this on the tote box. We had no problems. Just make sure you don't have it next to anything that could catch fire. These are flammable. So you're going to want to mount the heat lamp onto your tote box or anything that's secure. You're going to want to angle this down to where the chickens will be nesting. They're going to need this heat because they don't have enough warmth. They're in the real world, they would be underneath their mama hen and she would be keeping them nice and warm. Now, the next thing you're going to need to get, and again, you can get these right off Amazon, shipped to your door, is the food container for baby chickens and the watering container. I recommend that you get these. Do not use bowls. They will get into the bowl. They will poop all over their food. If you're You're going to put water in a bowl. They will poop in the water. They will knock it over. They are really, really messy and they grow daily. So super smart. So these are super simple. Unscrew them, put the food in, tip it over, and they'll have food. Now, one thing I did in our tote box is I put them inside of metal drip pans, and this was a big savings for me. So I put the water in a drip pan for sure because they get in there and they get the water everywhere, and then your newspaper's wet and your cedar shavings are wet. So I do suggest putting them in a little metal tray. Now, the food, not so bad. They didn't really hurt that, but the water for sure, I used a pie pan or you can use any type of little metal tray. Let me show you what I did. So here's my little setup that I used inside of this tote box. As you can see, I put a pan underneath the little watering for the baby chicks. The food didn't need one. Make sure you're putting that away from the heat lamp on the other end so they have lots of room. So the next thing you're going to need is chick starter. This is a big bag that I got from a local farmer who actually made their own chick starter, and she's who I got the chickens, the baby chicks from. Now the chick starter is higher in protein and it is super fine. It is milled very fine so they can digest it. So make sure you have your chick starter, and you can also get this from Amazon. I got my first stuff from Amazon. I had it sitting here and waiting. I think it was in 5-pound bags. So I'm going to link below. So you don't even have to look for it. It's right there. Just click on it and you can order it up. Now I believe I ordered 4 bags of it, had it here for them. And then I went on to a bigger bag. I bought these in 25-pound bags. Now they're not on chick starter for too long, about I think it is 3 to 4 months. I can't really remember, but do your due diligence on that, and you'll buy a big bag when you go to the feed store. But you can buy from Amazon, get it here, because you know what? When I needed the chick starter, the North 40 was out, and I'd gotten some from Amazon, and then the local farmer was selling this, and I jumped on it and I went and bought it from her. So this year could be really crazy with the egg shortage and what's going on at the market. So make sure you have this stuff before you get those baby chicks. And one thing I forgot to add is make sure you make a little cover for your tote box, or you're going to have chickens everywhere, especially in your laundry room and your kitchen. It doesn't take much time for them to be able to hop out of a tote box. So we used hardware cloth that we're going to use to build their chicken coop, and we just made a makeshift little top for the tote box. And this also provided adequate ventilation. So there you have it. That's everything you really need to have for your baby chickens. Now, I kept mine in my laundry room for the first 6 weeks, and let me tell you, they are stinky little critters, so be prepared. And make sure you have lots of the sawdust and newspaper, because you're going to be changing that out at least once a day. And that's no big deal. And I put that stuff right in my compost, and the newspaper dissolved everything. It was no big deal. So that's a great thing to know too. You can put that right into your compost, put right into your garden. Now, I really recommend, if you're getting those baby chicks, to order more than you think you need, because they don't all make it. So, or you might be getting roosters. So even though I went to a local farm and I had them sexed, I ended up with 2 roosters. So anyway, get more baby chickens than you think you need. So if you only wanted 3, get 5. If you wanted 6, maybe get 8. So you never know what you're going to end up with, because it is not a foolproof method of the sexing of baby chickens. And there are lots of pecking orders that will go on, and some aren't as healthy as other ones. So buy more than you think you need, because you just never know. And also, get going now and buy everything you need, because there is going to be record shortages on this stuff. And if you want baby chickens for your homestead, order everything I've listed below right now, today, so you're prepared. Okay? Well, I hope you like this episode with me at Homesteading with Blue Sky Ranch. And please like, subscribe, share. Please help our channel to grow. We really appreciate it. And anyway, thank you. See you next time.